Can you say hello to the people? Hi, people. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That would be very much appreciated. But I am back. It has been about 2 months since I've uploaded a YouTube video or a vlog. So it's been long overdue. So I am back. And I kind of just, it's a comfier setting. I wanted to be more comfortable in my house, and I just really wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. I wanted to do today's video is going to be a chit chat video. So I'm really excited just because I have a couple topics that I want to discuss, and I want to discuss these topics just so that you guys can kind of get to know a little bit more about me, kind of know my mindset on things, my opinion on things, and at the end of the day, I need you guys to remember that everything said in this video is my opinion. I'm just talking to you guys on how I feel and my opinion on things. This is brief. Yeah, but when 2022 happened and came around, when it was time for the new year, I just really wanted to stop playing with my potential. And that requires, and I've learned this over the course of 2021, play with your potential. If you are tired of it like I am, it requires a lot of discipline. Like, you can be motivated, that's great, but motivation, and I realize this, motivation is not always enough. You need that discipline, because that discipline is going to be there when the motivation isn't. And I can't tell you how many days I wake up, I have zero motivation to do anything. You know, you have those days where you wake up, it's like, I don't want to, I can't get out of bed. I literally don't want to do anything. I don't have any motivations to get up and go to the gym. We all have those days, but that's when and where that discipline comes in. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get right into it. So I had wrote down, and okay, another thing about me, and I've been doing this for about 2 years. I got a journal from Five Below. I was like at the mall one day. I was in Five Below and I got a journal. I got a nice pen, and I've literally been writing in this journal, and I've been through a lot because I've been using it. Hold on, I'm trying to show you guys, but it's just very like, yeah, it's just been through a lot. But I just write down all my notes and anything that like is on my mind, or if I have like a list, shopping list, I write it down. And I think that's a very good idea, and I recommend it. If you have something on your mind, writing it in your phone is one thing, but like when you take the pen and you write down all your ideas and your goals and shit like that, like it really makes a difference. Yeah. So I just wrote down like all the topics that I want to talk about today. So I'm just going to be reading off of my notebook. So I'm just excited to, get into it and talk to you guys a little bit. I've been dying, and these notes have been accumulating over the past, couple weeks. It's not like I just wrote them all down last night. I've been wanting to talk about these things, so I just jotted down. If I have an idea, I just jot it down in my journal. So let's get started. So this is something I get, and I try to ask questions on my Instagram as well. Just like giving me topics to talk to you guys, because I don't remember everything. So a couple of things that people asked me, they wanted to know, I jotted it down in my journal. So one of the things, and I'm going to talk about each one of these, some of my pet peeves. Okay, so one of my pet peeves, I had bought myself a new car last year in May. No, I bought it in April, and that was like my first big girl purchase. No cosigner, put all the money down, like I did that shit by myself. So that was like one of my biggest achievements for 2021, was definitely buying myself my own car, because I had been living in LA for 4 years and I've never had a car. So it was just time. I was tired of Ubers and shit like that. So yeah, I bought a car, and one of my biggest pet peeves is slow drivers. I come from Pennsylvania, growing up driving in Philly and Jersey, and it's like, very fast paced and shit. So I was ready for the highways when I came out here, and mind you, LA highways is like 4 to 5 lanes. It's just crazy. People don't use their turn signals in LA. Like, people just, they don't believe in like turn signals. So yeah, so when I moved out here, I really realized how people cannot drive. Like, people out here cannot drive. No one uses turn signals. People drive slow as shit because they're on their phones doing whatever, business calls or whatever, and it's just like, it infuriates me. I hate slow drivers, because me, like, what if I'm in an emergency and I need to go somewhere fast? Like, I don't fuck around when I drive. I get to where I'm going. I don't need to, I mean, I chill. I'm not a dangerous driver, but yeah, I mean, I just need to go to where I need to go, and I don't appreciate slow drivers. Like, that is one thing that really grinds my gears. If you know me, I have really bad road rage. It's not horrible, but like I just don't like I hate traffic. And sometimes when you're in traffic in LA, it doesn't move at all. So it's just so annoying. So yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I just hate slow drivers. I really hate people who don't use their turn signals. I think it's rude. I'm just like, I don't know what you're doing, but it's not. Okay, so another thing I hate, another big pet peeve of mine is liars. My thing is, if you're not a good liar, why are you doing it? First of all, you shouldn't even be lying. Second of all, if you suck at lying, if I can tell off rip that you're lying, you probably shouldn't be doing it. I don't know. I just think that if you lie to somebody, you just don't care about them. You don't care, because my thing is, honesty is the best policy. I would rather you hear the truth from me than hear from somebody else or find out whatever. That's just how I am. So if I feel a certain way, you're gonna hear the truth from me. Like, if something happens and I want you, you're gonna hear it from me. I'm not gonna lie to you, and if you come to me first, I'm not gonna lie about it. That's just how I am. I don't appreciate being lied to, and most of the time, I know when I'm being lied to. So it's just like it's me. It's me. Why are you lying to me? Because I'm gonna find out eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't appreciate liars. I keep it very real. I try, or at least I try to keep it very real. So it's just the one thing I don't appreciate. Another thing I hate is waiting. I feel like everybody hates waiting, but I really hate waiting. Like, especially like, okay, say I have a business call, right? And this goes along the lines of professionalism and waiting. If we have a business call, we set up a time. Why am I waiting 20 minutes after the set time that we agreed on? I don't like that. First of all, it's not professional. Second of all, you have me waiting. Why am I waiting? I try to be on time for everything. If I have a shoot, I'm there 10 minutes before. If I'm in the parking lot or in the building, doesn't matter. I'm always there 10 minutes before. If I have a business call, I make sure that I'm up and I'm ready. I'm waiting by the phone. I got my AirPods charged, ready to go. I don't like waiting. I don't appreciate it. I don't keep people waiting, or I try not to. So yeah, that's just another thing I don't like waiting at all. Another thing. What is this one? 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. Okay. Now let me clarify, because I'm a shit talker. I talk shit. I always talk shit. That's just who I am. But there's a difference between talking shit on a person and then going in their face like you've never said anything. That's different. And I understand, like, when you're friends, it happens. You and your girl have attitude, y'all clash for a minute. Oh my gosh, like, we're just arguing right now. She's annoying as hell. I can't take it. The thing about me is I'm never going to say shit behind your back that I would not say to your face. So let's just get that straight. And if I love you, if I care about you, I'm not talking shit about you. Like I said, friends clash together, attitudes clash, shit happens, y'all get on each other's nerves. Oh my God, y'all need a break, you need to vent, let it out, something cool. That's fine, I get that. But when and I've met people like this, and it really, I don't know, maybe it's just a character thing, like that's just how and who the person is. I don't fucking know, but like, if you come to me talking shit, and I've had people come to me I'm talking secrets, life, personal things that should not have been repeated to the certain people, shit like that, and then you turn around, and you're in the person's face smiling, laughing, giggling, hanging out like you never said shit. That is flawed. Like, that is so weird to me, and I hate that. Like, that is the biggest indicator of character to me. If you can sit here and talk about somebody you're close to, turn around and go in their face like you never said a word, that's scary, that's dangerous. I don't want to be around you. I don't need people like that in my life. Stay away from me. You're not real. I can't respect it. So, yeah, like I said, if you could be real with your friend, break it down, whatever, but don't come around me talking about your friend and then go up in their face like nothing was said. Because I'm gonna judge you, I'm gonna call you out. That's weird. I don't do that. So that just goes along the line with fake people. I don't like fake people. Like, if you could sit and talk to me and tell all your friends' business to me and go up in their face like you didn't say anything, that is so crazy to me. I don't get down like that. I don't like people who get down like that. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't entertain it. I don't like it. So yeah. So topic number 2 is, so currently I live in LA. I've moved to LA that is so crazy to me. It's gonna be 5 years since I've lived in LA, and this coming August. So I feel like that's a big step. Like, I'm a LA native. I'm an OG out here. So that is so crazy to think about. I gave myself a 10-year plan in LA to like accomplish all my goals and bring up my career, stuff like that. So to think that I'm 5 years down this year, and it's crazy because 5 years, like it really went quick. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be here 5 years. So another topic I wanted to talk about was I was like thinking recently of relocating, and I know it's crazy because you know LA is like one of the big top dream places to live in the United States for a lot of people my age, at least. Like I said, living here for 5 years, I've seen a lot. I've spent a lot of money, and LA is not cheap. Like there are so many, and I've come to realize this over like the years and months and shit like that. But there are so many other nice states to live in, and I knew this, that are so much cheaper. Like LA is not cheap. If you live here, you pay in for 10 cents for each grocery bag that you buy at the store. Parking is fucking great. Like the cost of living here is just not cheap. And I've been dealing with it for 5 years, but I'm just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's kind of like from LA to what? Because if you think about it, LA has everything here. There's so much to do. There's always something to do. There's so many people here, and it's just like there's a little bit of like everything for everybody here. So it's like it's not like moving from LA. It's from LA to where, and LA to what? Like what from here to where? Because the views, the beaches, nature, like everything is just. That's why it's so expensive, because they literally built a city on like such a beautiful state. So, yeah, I've been thinking about like maybe Houston or Texas in general, because I've heard a lot about Houston, but I've also heard a lot about Austin, Texas, and Dallas, and I heard they're both really lit and a little bit better than Houston. I don't even know. I've only ever visited Houston. I've never been to Austin or Dallas. So I feel like this year I definitely want to visit those two cities just to check it out. It's way cheaper to live in Houston, especially housing at least. Houses in LA are like, they go for like 10 million. And I'm talking about like mansions, like houses, not a condo, not a penthouse. They're like 10, it's expensive to buy a home out here. Whereas if you are in Houston, you can buy the same type of house, if not bigger, for way, 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 way less. Oh, plus the thing about it is, if you live like in the hills or something, in a mansion like that, you don't have like a front or backyard in LA. I don't like that. Like when I have my own house one day, I need a front yard, I need a backyard, I need a driveway, you know, I need space, I want land. So that is one thing. That is why I would never probably purchase a house in LA. But I low-key want to be bi-coastal. Like I would live in New York, but I would also live in LA just because the vibes in LA. Like I'm in LA with the vibes, but like the vibes in LA are unmatched. So no, it don't matter where you go, you're not gonna get a vibe like LA unless you're in LA. So that's the thing. I don't know what I want to do right now, but I wouldn't live in Florida. I think that Florida is a great vacation spot, but living there personally, I probably wouldn't do that. I don't know where else I would go. I wouldn't live in Atlanta. Like I said, I would travel to Atlanta, but I don't think I would live in Atlanta. I have a lot of followers, and I follow a lot of people from Atlanta. I just feel like it's very small. And honestly, as I've lived here in LA, and LA is huge. There's so many cities or different towns or whatever here, but it's really small. Like, it's small as shit. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to do New York, so hopefully we shall see. Another one of the topics that I wanted to discuss was relationships slash second chances. Now, I am 23 years old, and of course, you're at the age where you're gonna give second. People fuck up. That is inevitable. It's gonna happen probably more than I would like, more than anybody would like, but it happens especially around this age. But the thing about it, and I think that's just the kind of person I am, I don't give second chances. I feel as though if you loved me enough, if you fucked with me enough, you wouldn't have fucked up in the first place. And when I'm with people, yeah, nobody's perfect. For instance, one of my flaws, I have an attitude. I feel like every woman has an attitude, yes, but my mouth can get very smart at times. I know that. I've accepted that. I've admit that, you know, I've come to terms with it, and it's not something I'm proud of, but it happens. But when I'm in a relationship or if I have a friendship, I try, you know, I don't do things that would break us apart or tear us apart. So when people do that to me, I'm just like, what are you doing? Because now I gotta cut you off. Now you're done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in second chances. I feel as though a second chance is just a reason or letting that person know that, hey, you can do it again. And when I feel like, personally, if you let someone slide once, they're gonna figure skate around that ass, and I'm not for that. I don't do that. I don't tolerate that. I don't deal with bullshit at all. So I don't. If I do give you a second chance, it's gonna be years, probably down the line, because I don't get over things quickly. And maybe that's something I need to work on this year. And I did tell myself I'm gonna work on forgiveness and being kinder, because I am a kind person, but like I said, my attitude gets me. So I definitely want to work on that this year. But as for second chances, I'm just not big on them. I just don't, like, you gotta give me time. And when I'm talking time, I'm not talking like weeks, or I'm talking years. Like, I'm gonna cut you off. It depends on the severity though of what you did, but in general, I'm just not a big second chance person. I'm not big on forgetting. And with men especially, like, I'm quick to cut a man off. I don't play that shit, and I feel as though men are huge distractions. Like, I'm single. I've been single for about almost 3 years now. So I just feel as though I'm at an age where I come first. These are my selfish years. I want to be selfish. No kids, no man. I want to focus on me, and I feel as though if a man can't add or benefit or help what you got going on, he's useless. Like, why do I want to be in a relationship with somebody I low-key hate, or I can't stand, or I don't see a future with? There's no point, you know? Why do I want to be with somebody I can't rely on? You know, I don't want to. So, yeah, that's why I just don't give second chances, especially to men, because, like I said, once you let them off the hook once, they gonna do that shit again and again times 10, and I don't deal with that. I don't deal with it at all. So I'm gonna let you go before I let you stress me out. Honestly, so that is just who I am, and if you know me, you know, and yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I don't see anything wrong with that. The mindset that I have, that's just how I think, and I feel as though my mindset has gotten me to where I am today, just because, you know, when you take shit, it could fuck up your life. When you deal with certain situations for a certain amount of time, it could lead. That's what you could be dealing with for a long time. I did not want certain situations to last longer than they were, so I cut them off real quick. Another one. I'm gonna switch into the next topic. This is like topic number 4. Yeah. So some of the occupations. So right now, my main occupation, I am a model. I moved from Pennsylvania to Los Angeles 5 years ago to pursue that, and I'm still pursuing it today. There's still a lot that I need to check off my list, but there's a lot that I have checked off my list. So, you know, like I said, I have 5 more years here, so we'll see. I have a lot of goals that hopefully I hit at least half of them this year. But another occupation that I really want to take up is becoming a criminal defense lawyer. For those who don't know me, I went to jail back in 2019. I got out 2020. I'm gonna do a story time, probably like a get ready with me story time on that, because when I tell people, and it's not even when I tell people, it's when I go into the details, because I was really in jail, like I had to get expedited. It was just a whole thing. It was crazy, but I learned a fucking lot. When you're in jail for a certain amount of time, you see a lot, you learn a lot, you get put on to a lot. So a lot of the people in there, it was just like bogus. Like, they were in there for longer than they should have been in there, like me, for example. And people who just can't afford lawyers. It is so hard when you're in the system, when you're in the jail system, because if you go to jail and you don't have money, just be prepared to be in there for a minute. If you don't have money, if your family doesn't have money, if you don't know somebody with money, it's just like, it's hard. It's so fucking hard to get out. And depending on if you have a public defender, if you can afford a lawyer, not all public defenders are professional. That's why they're fucking free, because they're not always the best. It's like a hit or miss. I remember when I was in court, I had a public defender, and I knew him from years back, a different situation, and he was like, okay, but like I knew if I had a lawyer, if I had paid that money for a lawyer, I would not have sat in jail for as long as I did. And it's just things and shit I watch on TV. I watch a lot of documentaries, and I just feel like it's something I could be good at. I feel like if I went and put myself through school, I never went to college. After I graduated high school, I took a year off, and then I moved right to LA, so I didn't go to school. So I feel like, you know, to finally get that experience, not only the college experience, but, you know, learning about the law and criminal defense and things like that, I think that I could really make a difference one day, potentially in somebody else's case, and just try to make the right changes, because the legal system is fucked up. For those, if you, it's, how don't you know, it's just very corrupt. It's been like this forever. So the difference can start with me. That would be great, and I think I would just be amazing at it. So yeah, hopefully this year, maybe next, I can, you know, get into law school, or I can start taking some law classes. But that is definitely a huge goal for me as of right now. Another goal of mine is acting. I also think that I would just be phenomenal in acting. I have that range, you know, I have that range, honey. So I definitely want to get into some acting classes. Acting school is not cheap, but there are a lot of top of the top acting schools that a lot of well-known, very talented actors and actresses have went to in Los Angeles. So that is another one of my goals, is to get myself into acting classes, just so I can learn some different things, because acting unlocks different levels of comfortability and uncomfortability, and that is something I want to unlock and master. So I think I just would be really great behind the screen. Oh yeah, it would just be really exciting to see myself on TV. So that is one of the other goals I'm going to try to make happen this year. I know it's going to happen. Anything I put my mind to, I can achieve. I know that. It just takes some time. And another thing that is hard to realize is shit does not happen overnight. Like, and even to this day, I knew that. I know that things don't happen overnight, but when you're so passionate about certain things, you're so excited, you just want it to happen overnight, even though it won't. But, you know, and that's what I'm learning is patience. Patience is a virtue. Everything will happen when it's supposed to. So I highly believe that. Okay, so the next topic, 2021. Can we just get into 2021? I feel like, personally, 2021 was like not a good year for me at all. It was my realest year. I turned 23, 2021, and it was just, I took a lot of L's in my career, and that was hard for me because up until 2021, I really didn't take many L's. So coming from that to like, no, or no response, or we'll get back to you, getting that all year long was so discouraging, because like I said, I set certain goals for myself in my mind, and I want to achieve them a certain way. So when it doesn't happen my way, and I know that things won't happen my way all the time, I wish it would, but it doesn't. But it just, like, yeah, 2021, nothing was really, I felt as though it just was not going my way. Everything was kind of against me. But now that I'm in the new year and I'm a couple weeks, and I know just because it's a new year, it doesn't change old habits, I know that. But I just feel as though, like, I feel just so much more motivated. Like, those no's, all the rejections that I took in 2021, I'm fueled. I use that as motivation. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm applying myself more. I'm strategizing my, is that a word? Strategizing. I'm strategizing my moves. Everything I do, I'm putting much thought into it. So I've done things. I've came up with a different approach this year, and I've started from January 1st till now, and I have so much going on, so much coming up. So, like, the fact that it's really, like I said, it's a mindset. It's discipline over motivation. I apply that this year, since the start of this year, and already I have so many things lined up, and I'm just so excited, and I'm just like, I realized I needed that. I needed one bad year so I could have the rest of these good years. So I'm just so excited. Yeah, so hopefully that 2021, if I don't achieve that, if I don't achieve everything, hopefully I can say that I achieved half. I can't wait. Sorry. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I plan to bring you guys with me on most of my journeys this year. So YouTube, you will be seeing a lot of me. So I'm just super excited for that. So the next topic, what is my dream vacation? So I have a list of just destinations that I want to go to in this year. Like, and this is really not the best lemonade. This is Tropicana. I don't like it. But I really want to visit Asia. My best friend is Vietnamese, so, and she's been to Vietnam with her family, and oh my god, like, I can't wait to visit Asia and have some real Asian Vietnamese food. I definitely want to visit Thailand. I found this man on Twitter. He has a rescue mission, like an organization for elephants, fostered elephants that he has in Thailand, and he runs it with his wife. And it's a nonprofit organization, and they take volunteers all the time, and you can stay for 2 weeks up to a month out there just helping the elephants. And I love elephants. I love animals, and that is definitely something I want to do. So when I found him on Twitter, I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I have to go to Thailand one day. So Thailand is definitely on my list. Australia, South America, Venezuela, Colombia. I want to go to Russia. I want to go to Korea. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go to the islands. Never been in Jamaica. I've been to Hawaii. Hawaii is absolutely beautiful. Hawaii was, I think, the most beautiful place I've ever visited because it is a destination that looks exactly like its pictures. If you did not know, Jurassic Park was filmed like in the valleys of Hawaii, or I think it was Oahu or Waikiki. I was on the island of Waikiki and Oahu. So that's where they filmed it, and I did a tour of the island. The only thing about Hawaii is it's an island. Like, if you're in the middle, you can see both sides of the water from wherever you are. It's just too small. Maybe it's because that's the island I'm on. And I know there's like 3 volcanoes. There's I don't know how many islands there are on Hawaii. Please correct me in the comments. I want to say 6 or 5. And there's 3 volcanoes, 2 on one, or 3 on 3 different ones. I'm not sure, but I don't think Waikiki has volcanoes are restaurant out here, not they. I don't think Waikiki has volcanoes. I'm not sure though, but beautiful. I would never live there, but I would visit. Yes. Like, I have a whole huge list of destinations that I did not write down, but it's very long, it's very extensive, and I want to visit every state. I want to visit all 50 states because I just want to spend time in each state. Each state is so different, cultures are different, food is different, so I just really want to take in what it's like to stay a few days or a week up in each 50 state. And I think it would be great to just say, yeah, I visited and I stayed, I explored in all 50 states, even Alaska. So, and I really want to visit Alaska just because I want to experience like it being dark during the day and then light during like night. Can you imagine it being light at like 11:30 at night, and then like at 2 p.m. in the day it's like pitch black? Like, that would be amazing. I was watching The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds in it, and like that's how it was. I'm like, I could not imagine. That would be so cool. We could play Manhunt at fucking 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That'd be amazing. I really want to experience that. There's so many things, and traveling is just good for your mind. It's just good for your creativity and your well-being. So I love traveling, and I want to do more of it this year. So another one of my goals. I kind of talked already. The next topic, I kind of already talked to you guys about my plans for next year. Another thing is owning a home. So I know owning a home is definitely different from renting. I'm not sure all the details of it because I am not a homeowner. I live in an apartment. I've been living in apartments for years. So just to experience that one day though, I know that is just so exciting, and I know that will be an unmatched feeling to know that not only because I want to own land and property, so to know that you have your own land and your own property, your own house, I just cannot wait to experience that feeling. I'm very into interior design. My mother was an interior designer, so I'm very into interior design. But I'm just, I cannot wait. I'm going to decorate my own house from bottom to the top, from everything in between. I'm sorry, my boob is like so itchy. I don't know what is going on. But yeah, so I'm just so excited to finally own my own home one day. I know that there is a lot more that goes into owning a home that I need to educate myself on. So, you know, I'm not really excited for that, but I'm just excited for being able, or one day being put in a position to be able to own my own house and everything that comes along with it. So I'm very excited to own a house one day. Like I said, I want to big front yard, a huge backyard. I want a pool, jacuzzi. I want a tennis court. I want a full yard. I want to have like 3 dogs. So I'm so excited for the future. Like literally, my future excites me so much. I think about it every single day. So the next topic, I don't know if this is topic like 7 or 8, whatever. But I am a fashion model. I'm a makeup model. So my body image is very important to me. I try to work out now. I haven't worked out in like a month. It's been a while. I'm in the process of changing gyms, and I've just been working a lot. So, but I do work out a lot. I have my routine, a full extensive routine. But when you're modeling and you're keeping up with your body, you're in the gym like that, you want to be 100 at all times, and that's what I want. So growing up, going through puberty, and just growing up, being in my 20s, my weight has fluctuated a lot. When I was younger, I was definitely heavier. I was a little more chunky, and as I grew up, went through puberty, just got older, I kind of lost that weight, but I would put it, it would go up and down, up and down, up and down, and that really affected my breasts. So when your boobs are going from big to small, to you're going, you're heavier, you're skinnier, that really affects your boobs and the skin around it. So that's what happened to me. I just don't feel they're not as perky as I want them to be. They're just not what they were, unfortunately. And I'm only 23, but that shit happens, and I've came to terms with that. So I had a consultation with a doctor in Miami about 2 weeks ago. I want to kind of call around to other doctors. I'm going to make consultations with a few doctors in New York. I have a consultation with a doctor here in LA next week that I'm going to vlog. I'm going to bring you guys through that just so I can get different opinions and talk to, different surgeons. Not every surgeon is the same. They all have different techniques, different things they want to do. So I just want to get multiple opinions before I make a final decision. But I definitely am going to get my boobs done either this year or next year, but it's going to happen. I'm not against plastic surgery, but I would never get a BBL. That's why I'm in the gym, just because I want those natural gains kind of. But boobs are getting done. Like I said, I'm going to bring you guys to my next consultation. The consultation I had with the doctor in Miami was over the phone because I'm not flying to Miami for a consultation. It's crazy. So fortunately, I have a couple doctors on my list that I can call, and I can go in person so they can see me in person and give me a more accurate, it's still accurate, but I just am excited to go in person and see what a doctor would say to me. Another one of my pet peeves, I did not mention this in the beginning, but I hate weird things. I hate weird shit. Like, I'm not a weird person. I don't do like weird things, and when you live in LA, people are strange out here. People are doing anything for a follow or recognition or whatever. It's just weird. I'm gonna do a little story time. There was this man who DM'd me on Instagram. I get a shit ton of DMs, but this man had DM'd me, and he was pretty fine. And I'm not gonna tell you what show, but he was on a TV show. So I recognized him. I knew who he was from the TV show. I've watched the show millions of times. So when he DM'd me, I'm like, okay, like, let me see what he's talking about. And how I'm approached is very important to me. You cannot approach me on no bump shit or on no nonchalant shit. Like, you need to come correct, or I'm not even gonna look twice at you. I'm not even gonna entertain you. Probably won't even open your message. Like, I'm stiff. I do not fuck around. So if you can come correct, then we'll probably have a conversation. If not, then bye. He came correct. This was like months ago. This was last year. So he DM'd me, whatever. We're talking. We're chatting it up. He asked for my number. So if a dude I am interested in or he's attracted to me DMs me, I'm going through your page, okay? And that's everybody I know. I'm going through your page. So I go through his page and I'm scrolling. I don't see anything. I'm just scrolling. Still don't see anything. I get to like 2019 pictures, like 2-year old pictures, right? There's a woman on his page. Mind you, at this point I had given him my number, so we're texting or whatever. So I don't think I went on I didn't scroll right away, but I did scroll eventually. And as I'm scrolling, I see this picture, and it's with a woman. And you know, women, like we've seen pictures on dudes' pages with women before, and I'm telling you, it wasn't no sister type thing. It wasn't no cousin, no auntie, nothing. That was his woman. You know, they were sleeping together every night type shit, and I could see that. And the fact that the picture was still on his page meant something, you know. So you're not just gonna have a picture picture on here if they don't mean nothing. Don't matter how old it is, because if I have a picture with somebody and we're not fucking with each other anymore, you're out of here, you're archived, you're gone, deleted. Bye. He had the picture on his page still for a reason. So I'm just like, I don't, and that's another thing, I don't respect that. Don't approach me, don't bring that shit to me in my life. If you obviously have a situation going on, that's rude. That's rude. I don't need that. Like, you don't know what I have going on in my life. Don't bring me no women problems, no girlfriend. I don't need that at all. And I'm the type of person, if I have a question, I'm gonna ask it. If I want to know something, I'm gonna ask it. And if I ask you something, it's probably because I already know. I already peeped something, and that was the case. So I asked him straight up. I said, "Do you have a girlfriend? Because why are you? What are we? We don't. Bye. If you have a girlfriend, oh no, I don't have a girlfriend. I wouldn't bring those type of problems your way. I wouldn't do that." These were his words. So honestly, after I saw the picture, I was already turned off. At that point, I'm like, you're gonna get cut off. So this was nice. You're beautiful, but no. So it was so strange because I think I had followed him on Instagram. I think I did. I'm not sure if I did or not. But after I followed him, I swear to God, the girl in the picture, she had followed me literally like the day after or 2 days after I had followed him. And I'm just like, this is not coincidental, girl. This is, girl, you know exactly what, no, it was not coincidental. So I'm just like, okay, like, so not only did she follow me, she's liking all my shit, all right? Liking all my shit, commenting, mad hard eyes, hearts, everything. Swiping up on my DMs of the food that I posted. Girl, where'd you get this? Oh my God, it looks like doing the most. And I know when shit's genuine, I know when it's not. And it's just like, girl, your man just followed and DM'd me trying to take me out, and here you are following. Not a coincidence. You're weird. And I mean, I get it. But like, if my dude goes and DMs a woman, I'm not going to go follow her trying to be her friend. Like, that is so weird. And I feel like that's just an LA thing. That's how they get down on here. I am so good off of it. No, that's so weird. So the next topic is long distance relationships. I have been in a long distance relationship, and as I had just mentioned about that story, LA dudes are not like the most normal. They are super weird, and honestly they remind me of females, and it's just bad. So like, dating in LA is just not on the top of my list. So I have been, and usually the people that I talk to don't live in LA, they live farther, but that makes it hard. I've been in a long distance relationship, and it's hard. It's very hard. I can understand, like, yeah, it's cool if you have somebody flying in like every week, that's great. You guys get weekends, every weekend together, that's cool. But at the end of the day, like, it gets lonely. It's sad. I feel like you're always missing that person, and I don't think that I would ever do long distance again, just because I was tired of always missing somebody. Like, even though we were in a relationship, I was always missing them. Like, when I'm in a relationship, I want to be in your skin. Like, I want to be with you all the time. I don't want to wait weeks before I can see you. I hate that. So, personally, I would not do another long distance relationship, just because, it just gets so lonely, and it's sad, and I just find myself just always missing that person. So, I probably wouldn't do it again. I know it works for certain people, and that's great if it's long distance, but you guys are still able to see each other more often than not. That is just amazing. But personally, I've been through it. I did it for over a year, and I don't think I would do it again. Who knows, though, because you might find that person that's everything, and the only thing that's bad is the distance. But personally, I don't want to do it again. I really don't. It's very hard. The last and final topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about was people, and this is like I don't know how you guys feel about falling out with people and then having, I understand mutual friends. I get that, you know, people are friends from years, you know, going to school together, all that stuff, but I am not into hanging or being friends with people who are friends with people because I think that's just a big, like, it just gets very difficult. And my thing is, I don't like hanging out with people who I'm no longer friends with, just because if you're in a room with those people and God forbid they are talking shit about me, what are you doing? Are you defending my name? Are you standing up for me? Because majority of the time people aren't doing that. If you have a friend who is friends with people who don't like you or talk shit about you or who aren't friends with you anymore, more likely, more often than not, if they're in a room with them and those people are talking shit about you, they're not going to defend you. And I'm the type of person where if, I don't care who I'm around, if you're talking about my friend, my bitch, my family, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're not talking about, not in front of me, don't watch your mouth before I walk out the room, because I'm not dealing with that. I'm never the type of person, if you're talking about my friend, I'm not going to sit there with my head down. I'm not going to sit there nodding, agreeing with you, just get some cool points. I'm not doing that shit. So if you are my friend and you're in a room and you don't speak up for me or you don't say anything at all, I feel like silence is just as bad as talking shit. If you sit there, you don't check nobody, you let people, you know, have these conversations, you're hee ha ha and whatever, engaging in that, you don't speak up for me, that's horrible. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. And I've learned the hard way that even though you're friends with people and they're friends with people, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, because you're going to find something out sooner than later. Personally, from my personal experiences, you're just going to find something out sooner or later that's going to grind your gears. So I just don't do that. And in my eyes, if you was really my friend, then you wouldn't even put yourself in that position, because I'm going to cut you off. If you are hanging around people that I no longer associate with, or who we both know just doesn't like me, or we're not fans of each other, and you're hanging around them, why do I need to keep you around? I already know what's going down. Oh, you know, it's just not smart. I just don't think it's smart I don't think it's beneficial. I don't think it's smart. I don't think there's a need for it. Why? Like, at that point, you're just as bad as them. So that's my thing. Those are some things I have learned. And yeah. Guys, next month is my birthday. Today is the 13th. My birthday is on the 12th. So I'm so excited. I turned 24 years old. I feel like that is so old. It's not. No, let me stop, because I know it's not old. And every time I tell somebody, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm about to turn 24, they're like, bitch, are you serious? 24 years old, that ain't shit. Like, you are mad young. But there's a lot I want to accomplish by 25. So, like, that's why I'm not playing this year. Like, I'm just on my shit. I'm not playing. There's a lot I want to do. There's a lot that needs to happen and be done by the time I'm 25. By the time it's 2023, I need to just be a whole brand new bitch, okay? And it's gonna happen. I cannot wait to bring you guys along with me on my journey this year. I'm going to be posting a lot more vlogs. I have a get ready with me. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little story time get ready with me, just so you guys can see maybe how I did this look or my everyday makeup look. Vlogs are coming. So I'm just so excited to bring you guys, like I said, along with me this year. You guys can see my growth. We're just gonna get to it, honey. It's all about the business, happiness, and money making this year, as well as staying COVID free and safe from all that. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this little chit chat. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I definitely want to do a lot more chit chats, because this is fun. Just sitting here talking shit is just, it's so much fun. So if you guys want me to do another chit chat, if you have any ideas for me for my next video, or if there's anything you want to see in my vlog, or certain specific things that you want to see, just let me know in the comments below. Like I said in the beginning, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.